Next, we're going to look at expanding binomials. We're going to take two binomials and multiply them together. So two binomials is where you've got two brackets or two sets of brackets multiplied by each other, just like we do over here. In order to multiply binomials, we're actually going to use the acronym FOIL. So we're going to multiply the first terms together first. So I'm going to do x times x, and that's going to give me x squared. Then I'm going to multiply the outside terms. So the last term, or the first term in the first binomial, times the last term in the second binomial. So I'm going to multiply x times positive 7. That's going to give me positive 7x. And then I'm going to multiply my inside term. So I'm going to multiply that positive 8 times x. So positive 8 times x is going to result in positive 8x. And then finally, I'm going to multiply my last terms. So positive 8 times positive 7. And that's going to equal 56. So now what I need to do is, now that I've multiplied it through and used my distributive properties, I actually have to collect my like terms. So the only terms that are like in this case are positive 7x and positive 8x. So my final answer is going to be x squared plus 15x, sorry, not 17x. So try that again. So it's going to be x squared plus 15x plus 56. Okay? So let's do a couple other examples of expanding out binomials, again using our FOIL pattern. So here on the left-hand side, we've got in brackets x plus 9 times in brackets x minus 2. So we're going to multiply our first terms. So that's going to be x times x, and that's going to give us x squared. Then I'm going to multiply my outside terms. So that's the x and the negative 2. So x times negative 2 is negative 2x. Then I'm going to multiply my inside terms. That's positive 9 times x. That's positive 9x. And then finally going to multiply my outside terms. So positive 9 times negative 2 is going to be negative 18. When I collect my like terms, I can do x squared, because that's the only x squared term there. I have two x terms. I got negative 2x plus 9x. So when I add those two things together, I get 7x. And then I have negative 18. So in the middle here, again, same thing. I'm going to multiply my first terms, in this case 2x times x. Well, that gives me 2x squared. Then I'm going to multiply 2x times negative 12. So that will give me negative 24x. I can also multiply the inside terms, positive 5 times x. That gives me positive 5x. And finally, I've got negative 5 times positive 5 times negative 12. And that's going to actually result in negative 60. So when I collect my like terms, I end up with 2x squared minus 19x minus 60. Okay? So the important thing to note is that these terms are all equal. Okay? And so the line below is equal to the line above. The last example here that we'll carry through, again, we're doing the exact same thing. You'll notice that now our x terms are at the back, and that's okay. We're still going to multiply our first terms, our last terms, our outside terms, our inside terms, and our last terms. So here I'm going to multiply 6 times 3, and that's going to give me 18. I'm going to multiply 6 times positive x, positive 1x, which will give me positive 6x. I'm going to multiply negative 6x times positive 3 to give me negative 18x. And finally, negative 6x times positive x to give me negative x squared. Okay, so again, I have to collect my like terms, so I end up with 18 is equal, or 18 minus 12x minus 6x squared. Okay.